Rayman is back. Yeah, Ubisoft haven't forgot about him. But he wasn't given a new game, instead he has his own DLC in one of the best Nintendo Switch games, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So does this DLC do the armless mascot justice? And is it worth buying or re-downloading Sparks of Hope for? Well, that's what I'm here to answer. It starts quite abruptly. Rayman, Beebo, Rabbid Mario and Rabbid Peach have all been invited by the Phantom to help him with his studio. And instantly I was laughing as Rabbid Mario shook Rayman's hand only to realise he had no arms. Or even when Beebo made a joke about how nobody knows who Rayman is. The humour is self-deprecating throughout the short 2 or 3 hours, and it never got old because of the length of the DLC. Now of course we're all here to finally play as Rayman again, and he's a great addition to the already strong and diverse characters in Sparks of Hope. In the overworld he has a glide, and with the press of A you can sling your fist to break boxes, and you can charge it to send it further to grab things off in the distance. And I liked his implementation here. They even went as far to add very slight platforming sections while exploring, which I appreciated. In combat though, Rayman is a beast. He can do all the normal actions like dashing into enemies and team jumps, but the new addition are these grappling rings that he can zip around the map on. The expressiveness of the combat system was my favourite part of Sparks of Hope when I reviewed it last year, and this gives you one more thing to think about in combat. Rayman is a powerhouse, and these rings are great for flanking. On top of that, he has his own abilities. First, he can spawn plunger guards that attack any enemies that move into its radius, and I think these were quite overpowered. And that's a perfect segue to his transformations, because at any time you can change into his Vortex or Rocket costume that both have a unique skill and augment the plunger guard abilities. Both of these unique abilities are amazing. Vortex summons a tornado that sucks enemies in towards you, and then the Rocket costume summons a massive ride-on rocket that you can zoom around, knocking enemies off the map, and I had a great time with this. Now where my overpowered comment came from earlier was with the plunger guards. If they're off cooldown you can use the normal plunger guards, then change it to a costume and summon more. And if you place them strategically, you can use the tornado ability to kill loads of enemies in one move. And on the topic of balancing, you have a lot, if not every spark unlocked for Rabbid, Peach and Mario. And I could have missed these playing the original game, but I think they added in some seriously overpowered summoning sparks, where you can summon some of the enemies from the game to fight on your side, and having a sniper or a white claw on your team made this game way too easy. There is a harder difficulty I could have played on, but the DLC opened by saying that they recommend you hone your skills by playing the full game before playing it. And I personally don't think that's needed because this was on the easier side. Even the final boss was a bit of a cakewalk. My main criticism of this short DLC is the lack of Raymanness, if that's even a word. And I know Rabbids technically are Rayman, but I'm talking pre-Rabbids Rayman. There was one completely new enemy in the DLC, and they were just another big rabbit. And I was hoping to see something from the Rayman series, maybe one of the enemies or the bosses, or even have areas based off different parts of say Rayman 2 and 3. I understand they wanted to bring back the Phantom since he is quite entertaining, but it would have been cool if say he invited Rayman out to the studio because he was putting on a Rayman themed show or something to that effect so that we could explore Rayman themed levels. In saying that though, the little moments with the Phantom were great. Especially the final battle where he sings a song berating Beebo and Rayman. I won't spoil it here, but if you are interested, there'll be a video up on the channel for you to watch. Ultimately, Rayman and the Phantom Show is a very good DLC. I mean, it gives Rayman another shot, and hopefully we'll see more of him in the future. They implemented him really well into the Mario plus Rabbids formula, and I think he's my favourite character to play as now. But is it worth playing? I'm going to say yes. It's 100% worth it re-downloading the game if you already have the Season Pass, and it gives you 3 to 5 hours of fun content for an already amazing game. If you need to buy it on its own, it's $15, and at the least it will give you 2 or 3 hours of playtime, and then maybe another hour or so for 100% completion. So do with that information what you will. I myself liked it a lot. Are you interested in getting this DLC? Let us know in the comments down below. I really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video.